Two guards asked Black Marine to leave his daughter's award ceremony. Then, four SEALs made them regret. The auditorium fell silent. Every seat was filled. Proud parents craned their necks for a better view. Then, "Sir, I'm going to have to ask you to come with us." Two uniformed guards stood over Marine Sergeant Malik Johnson, who sat upright in his dress blues. His jaw clenched. His daughter's name had just been called. He didn't move. And that's when the whispers began. What no one knew was that four men in the back row had already taken notice. Quiet, still, watching. And when the second guard reached for Malik's arm, those four stood up in unison. Not one person in the audience had any idea who they were. But by the end of that ceremony, no one would ever forget them. For Sergeant Johnson, this was supposed to be a quiet day, just a father watching his daughter, Amira, receive her school's highest academic honor, the first Black valedictorian in its 110-year history. He'd requested leave months in advance. He wore his medals not for show, but because his daughter asked him to. "So they know who my dad really is," she'd said. And now, as she walked onto that stage, tears in her eyes, he wasn't even allowed to see it. "Sir," the taller guard repeated, louder this time, "you're causing a distraction." Malik turned his head slowly. "By sitting down?" The shorter one whispered, "We've had a complaint. Your uniform is too militarized. It might offend guests." Offend, that word. Malik looked around. He saw the stares. Some sympathetic, most indifferent. His skin, his presence. It was never neutral. It was always a disruption, even in service, even here. The guards reached again, and that's when they heard the voice. Step away from the sergeant. Four men moved forward, all dressed in civilian suits, but with the unmistakable posture of warfighters. One flashed a badge. "We're Navy SEALs, retired but very much alert. We know this man. Is there a problem?" The guards hesitated. "He's being removed for dress code violation." A laugh, dry and sharp, came from the SEAL with the gray temples. "You're removing a decorated U.S. Marine for wearing the uniform he earned during his daughter's award ceremony?" Then one of them pulled out his phone. "Want us to live stream this?" The principal appeared, flustered. I'm so sorry," she stammered. "There's been a misunderstanding." The guards tried to save face. "We were just following a report. Someone said he looked intimidating." The SEALs stepped closer. "Do we look intimidating too, or is it just him?" Silence, one of them added. "You didn't see him carry wounded civilians in Fallujah." "We did. He's the reason some of us are still breathing." For a brief second, Malik considered leaving anyway. His daughter was on stage. The last thing he wanted was a scene. But then he saw her, frozen mid-step, eyes darting between her father and the guards. She looked humiliated, scared. He had faced mortar fire. But this helplessness in front of his daughter broke something in him. Malik stood up, slowly. "I will leave," he said, "if my daughter tells me to." Gasps rippled through the audience. Amira's voice rang out, clear and defiant. "No, Daddy, please stay." She walked down the stairs, stood by his side and took his hand, and the four SEALs stepped behind them. Like a wall, no one dared approach again. The guards backed off. The principal apologized. The ceremony continued. But the story didn't end there. That moment went viral. A still photo of Malik and Amira, standing tall with the SEALs, flooded the internet with one caption: "Honor isn't a dress code, it's a legacy." And from that day on, Amira Johnson didn't just carry a medal, she carried a legend. If this story touched you, hit that like button and drop a karma in the comments below.